Welcome to round 6 of the Bond University QAFLW. We are back at Jack Estlin Oval in Hawthorn. This is the War of Wynnum Road, the local rivals. They're only about 1.5 kilometres apart. The Morningside Panthers up against the Coorparoo Kings. They met 3 times last year. Morningside won on all 3 occasions, but Coorparoo this year have 5 wins from 5 starts. Before this year, they'd never won their first 2, before last year, they'd never won their first 2 games of a season. Now they're greedy. They've won 5 from 5. My name is Daniel Viles. It's a great pleasure to be with you. With me is someone who's a more regular commentator than me this season, and that is someone who's played a very long time in women's Aussie rules in Queensland at pretty much every level, and now she's running some of the levels. Amanda Whitehead. Whitey, welcome back here, and my goodness, this is a tasty contest today.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm pleasure to be back again. I feel like we're just becoming very common people on this stream now.
Oh, well, we're becoming loved and regular. So
a lot of the regulars.
You're on your way to becoming an institution here. You're building it up. So
yeah, okay.
Coorparoo versus Morningside, we've been saying in other contexts that these sides, well, they don't just match up very well. There's a bit of a cloning effect going on. They do play very similar styles.
Very similar style footy, and I think today it's really going to be the battle of who wants it more today. The ground's very wet. It's been chopped up from the men's matches beforehand, and it'll be very interesting to see which teams actually take the game on. Who's willing to push that ball out wide? Who's willing to run it? Who's willing to keep it off the ground? And that's when we're going to see who really wants this today. I think that this is so exciting. These 2 teams are so exciting, and this is the one game this year that I wanted to do, and I was actually so glad when I got the call up for it, because I don't know what's going to happen.
And we're getting we saw in round 1, unfortunately, there's a bit of a divide between 5th and 6th in the Bond University QAFLW at the moment. But when you get games within that division, so to speak, and of course, let's not forget that Wilston Grange, who are very much a top 5 side this year, won by only 6 against UQ last week, so it's not set in stone. But Morningside have basically had 4 close games in a row. Probably a little bit too much for Damien Richards' liking, and Courtney McDonald's liking. But it's we are seeing some tight, unpredictable games this year. The game that you were just describing before really suggests an inside midfield contest. Now, obviously, inside midfielders move around, but let's at least have a look at the starting matchups. In the very middle, we've got Greta Lilcock against Chelsea Wynn. Lilcock probably a little bit stronger, but Chelsea Wynn a great ball distributor. We've got Hannah McLaughlin up against Georgia Wyatt. Now, Georgia's come up from the Victorian Amateur Football Association this year, and she, in the last 2 weeks, or 2 of the last 3 weeks, has had the job on Shannon Nolan and Steph O'Brien, and she's kept them, their disposal, significantly down on both occasions. And then we've got the absolute star battle between Laura Roy and Jacinta Baldwick. I mean, there's some class in the middle of the park today.
Absolutely, and it's so exciting to see these 2 teams. I think, we've spoken about how unpredictable the comp is this year. You can't come in just thinking that it's going to win. You can probably just see here that they're just
preparing for a ceremony for Sir Douglas Nichols round.
Yeah.
So well spotted, and we might just, if microphones start, we'll stop. So Christine Watson from the Coorparoo club, representing in the middle.
And Pammy Anderson from Morningside.
From Morningside Reserves, yes. So they're speaking to the players in the middle at the moment. You may be able to see and hear some of that on social media later, so please follow QAFL_QAFLW on Instagram and Facebook, but also Coorparoo Kings and Morningside Panthers.
Of gifts as well. So this is a crucial part during this round. It's about being united and welcoming the other team into your country or into your field or into your land, and obviously vice versa. They give a gift back to say thank you for having us today and allowing us to play this game on your land today. So it is a very crucial moment for this round, and it's actually a beautiful thing that that we do and that we get to celebrate it. It's actually my favourite round.
It's wonderful, isn't it? And I think more clubs are getting better at listening to the right people to make sure that they do the round the right way. I mean, I'm a white fella. I'm obviously sympathetic to the cause, but I'm not the kind of person who should be making decisions about this, and I'm pleased to say that I've gotten out of the way when it's been there. But I think now they're, I mean, let's face it, a pioneer of this is someone who's been around QAFLW a long time. That's Emma McNeil.
Yes.
And I'll throw your story about her influence on this game in just a moment. But she was really someone at first Coorparoo, then at Wilston Grange, then even at clubs like Sandgate, in saying, hey, this is the best way that we can help you acknowledge the First Nations people in your area.
Absolutely, and Emma McNeil is one of those, you know, she was the leader at Wilston Grange that really made sure that this round was so important, but obviously Emma's had such an influential part across the whole of the AFL, really. She's designed jerseys for, she did Carlton Football Club's first ever Indigenous jersey. She's done one for the Brisbane Lions. She's painted boots for Dusty Martin, for example. She just recently, actually, we were commentating earlier this year, late last year, the AFLW, Emma designed the football for the for their Indigenous round. So Emma's had a crucial part, and obviously today I'm very fortunate that I am very, very close with Emma. She's one of my sister girls, and I got to present Sophie Balcom today with a gift from Emma for this round. So it was a very personalised painted hat by Morningside cap for Sophie, and the cap actually represented Sophie and her lovely dog, Sunny, but then coming together and finding a home within Morningside. And, you know, so for that with pride this morning, and it's a special moment, it's a touching moment, because people don't get that opportunity very often to have something hand-painted and specialised for them. And, thank you very much, Em. That was... Sophie loved it, that's for sure.
Us Australian white fellas don't realise how good at storytelling the First Nations people in this country are. We need to shut up and listen.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, just to point out how much I shut up and listen, is talk for the next 2 hours over this amazing game between the Coorparoo Kings and the home team, the Morningside Panthers. We'll go through the umpires shortly. I'd like to get them on the main broadcast. Who have you seen in terms of matchups, Whitey?
Well, just having a look out there at the moment. Obviously, there's some key matchups down that back line for Morningside.
We'll get to that in a moment, because we're underway at Jack Esplin Oval. As Cooper will be running to the right of your screen there in their white and blue Indigenous jerseys, as Roberts White is tackled just south of the centre circle.
This key matchup in the middle here, this ruck contest is going to be exciting all day today, Daniel.
Renee Tees versus Coco Gartlett. We saw an absolute cracker between them last year when Gartlett was playing for UQ. Laura Roy, another former Red Lioness, somehow gets a disposal. Not all of that was deliberate, but it was brilliant. Roy inside 50 for the first time today. Just bounces away from Graham into the path of Bellinger. Yes, the Morningside jersey numbers have changed today, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Why? Now, just to play it down...
I think it's just a shoelace. It's just a shoelace, Daniel. There we go.
Technically, they are down. The trainer was fooled as well. Day sniping on the left of the contest. And the players moving further round. That was Hannah McLaughlin in 16, who scored absolute belter from the other pocket in the narrow loss to Bond University a fortnight ago. Again around the outside, Mackenzie Sleep. Scored a few goals this year. Garton through the middle, just knocked it inside 50. Unclean ball. Players on the ground, including Baldwin, eventually flicked out. Chelsea Wynn moves it wide. Alyssa Gould didn't have a lot of time to react. Arthur handballs inside. Found a run of Lappin. Roy had difficulty. Got it in the path of McLaughlin. Turned over. Cooper with a chance to do something at right halfback. Moving up towards Chesterfield. Comes off her chest, no pun intended. Balcom tracking her well. Balcom, sorry.
You're going to get in trouble there, then you.
Oh, I know, this is fine. She's got a cap, she doesn't need to worry about me.
Oh, jealous.
The umpires proudly brought to you by Bradley's Windows and Doors. In the field, Harrison Brown and Lucas Cosme, who made his QAFL debut last week. On the boundary, Ruby Chalmers and Jono Steele. That throw will be taken again. The ball is slippery. And in goal, Amber Taylor and Brooke Taylor. Proudly brought to you by Bradley's Windows and Doors. They have done for, I think, about a decade or so here in Queensland. Maybe I'm selling them short.
No, yeah, that'll be about right. They have been a proud sponsor of a lot of football clubs and obviously now a proud sponsor of our umpires.
Tees and Garton, I'm not sure who got the decisive touch. Garton on the ground. Lil Cock was able to work through, get the ball into the middle. Picked up by Schneider, who plays her 50th QAFLW game today. Commentators curse, but congratulations to Lucy Schneider. Came up from the Western Bulldogs VFL side a few years ago. Bit of a hospital hand pass to Indiana Williams, and she was brought down. Garton really put her in a world of trouble, nowhere to run. Looking towards Roberts White. She's playing her 51st, but they're celebrating her 50th today because they missed it last week in the win over Southport. Good bump off the ball from Lila Harrison, who's starting to make a regular seniors appearances this year. Roberts White with the fend, was just able to get boot for ball. She got away from Williams. Fumbled by Williams over the paint. Should just be a ball up, is. Garton off, which means Dixon will be on. Emma Sale, Mackenzie downstairs, who knows a thing or two about rucking, and also medicine. So Morningside like to have it in the boundary. Very skilled paramedic.
Yeah, doctors, paramedics, everything.
Well looked after. Check side kick from Lil Cock. Beautiful off break. Harding did extremely well. Knocks it forward to her own advantage. Has Ari Walker on her back. It'll just be a ball up, but Ari Walker, her first involvement in the Bond University QAFLW. Congratulations for making your debut. Walker tees over the top of Dixon. Just knocked forward by Baldwick. Not picked up by Roberts White. Skillfully left in field. Beautiful step from McLaughlin. Got away from the tackle. And then tees need it over the paint.
As you just mentioned, Daniel, it is Ari's first senior debut. Ari's actually come back. She played a couple of games in the reserves and has just come back from an ACL. So it's great to see her back out on this field and playing so well today.
Well spoken. We can see Georgia Wyatt wearing the face mask, courtesy of a broken nose from Shannon Nolan a few weeks back. Just handballed away by Neva Bell as it comes flying again over the paint. Lasso free kick to Greta Lilcock, who decides, I don't want it, give it to Lappin, because I've just been stopped.
Yeah. She was on the field, Daniel.
It's not easy with one camera. But one-handed mark from Roy, that was outstanding. Zinafeta Huggins had the other arm. Laura Roy said, I only need one. Has the overlap on the outside from Lappin. Pumps it inside 50, and maybe not the most well-directed kick, because Arla Feta-Hugic, in her third year as captain of the Kings, will eat those all day. Then puts herself into trouble. Just got lower leg to the ball. Fumbled by Graham on the 50. Coorparoo did enough to knock her off balance. Knocked forward into the hands of Arla Feta-Hugic again. So Arla in the 15, her sister Zinna in the 25. Zinna having her best year. Went to Perth for a year, had a good year back at Coops last year, but has gone to another level in the first 5 rounds of 2026. As we get a little bogged down on the 50.
Holding. Katie Day.
Good pickup, I missed that. So Day in towards the hot spot. Hasn't been marked in front. Indeed it has. Beautifully worked.
Can't see who that is. Caught.
It's Courtney McDonald.
You can tell by the way that she flicks the ball to the other arm.
She does that.
Yeah, it's her, everyone has that little tick, Daniel. As a forward, you have this little tick about what you do. It's your routine is what they talk about. So that's when you start to pick up on, if you can't see the player's number, sometimes you can't, you get used to their routine, you get used to the little things that they do. Like some players, particular Grange player, spins it on their finger.
Courtney McDonald, fairway out, gets a bit of torque, distance is good. McDonald is first on the board. She usually wears 6, she was named in 8, she's turned up in 20, but she's got the 6 points.
We do apologise for the jersey changes today.
No, they apologise.
Sorry,
it's nothing
they
to do with us.
apologise. Obviously, Indigenous round jerseys or any specialised jerseys is usually printed prior to the year starting, and girls are different sizes.
I have noticed, yes.
So, yeah, they do change numbers, specifically around special rounds. So we'll do our best to sort of let you know where there is a jersey change. Obviously, right there, Courtney McDonald was named in 8, but she is in 20. So we'll try and fill you in where we can.
Now we've got the excuses out of the way. What about the mark, though? And I mean, that's a McDonald special where she's not a giant, but she uses her body so well to get in the position. As Dixon wins the restart, not really able to get the clearance. Bogged down in the middle, plenty of halfbacks, no ball forthcoming.
I think for Courtney that just comes back to, she's played almost 110 games. That's just knowledge of the game and where to put your body at the right times.
So Cooper on the attack, but Williams had this one covered quite well. Knocks it away from Roberts-White. Roberts-White held her feet well. I don't think I saw a fist on the ball. It's pushed forward by Kiara Dunlop. Up to Watson. Looks back for Roberts-White. Brilliant charge down.
Just got to watch that replay, Daniel. I'm pretty sure that was a fair throw.
We will make lots of mistakes during the game, and so will the umpires.
Yep.
So boundary throw in as we move on swiftly. Coorparoo 52 from goal, let's say. Knocked back towards Roberts-White, named at half forward. That was never going to happen. Baldwick snaps it, kept it in the field of play. Spins past Dixon. Clever work from from Haynes. Good to see Chloe Haynes back in the side today. Knocked forward a couple of times. Baldwick somehow got it free. Went through to Dunlop. Roberts-White charged onto it, couldn't hold on. Baldwick, did she kick that out of the player's hand? Either way, it went to McLaughlin. Apologies to Lappin.
Sorry, Daniel. Robert White's just down. No, she's back up. Alrighty.
Now, we've had a comedy of errors. So it ends up being a lasso free kick to Coorparoo. Thank you for... We're looking in different directions, so that's how we keep getting the action to you. Inside, Haynes got front position, wasn't able to hold on. Roberts-White back on her feet. Beats the tackle of Bell. Inside 50. Chesterfield came across, not able to hold on. Haynes again, getting involved early. Morningside keeping Coorparoo away. Laura Roy tried to kick on her right foot. She forgot that she wasn't her sister. Lilcock turned it over. Dunlop just goes over the head of Millen. Millen trying to follow it through. Dixon, not the best kick, but she did what she had to do. Swift hands from Morningside, they're free. They'll probably kick it away, although the mud plays a bit of a role. Graham's been called for high contact. It was borderline, but I think the call was right.
Yeah, that was very high.
Ayla Fraser, welcome back to the Bond University QAFLW. Her last game was the 2023 elimination final loss to Aspley. I think she went to Canada for a little while, but she's back in Australia now. And
welcome back.
Back in the Coorparoo number 34. Lilcock clever over the top. Just running past it was Lappin. Roberts-White somehow got it away to Day. Zinafetta Hargit's probably lucky not to be called for high contact, but the ball moved away from her. Another ball up.
Roberts-White has very good hands. She has very clean hands, but you can tell she can't even get her hands on that footy at the moment because it is so slippery, especially bouncing through the mud at the moment. So
Haynes on the 50. Some good work from Wyatt before. Haynes goes check side. Watson underneath it, not able to hold on. The defence is strong. Eventually hacked away. That was by Renee Taylor, the former Hockey-Roo, maybe a future Hockey-Roo. Not sure if this is a holiday or a new career.
She's very much retired, apparently. That's what she told me.
Thank you very much. That's why I hired you. So good defence from Morningside. Coorparoo had plenty of options, but a couple of key one-on-one victories close to goal mean that Morningside now have it back in the centre square. Dixon with a good ruck win over Tees. Wyatt kicked into... do we have a Falcon? We certainly
yes, that was a big Falcon straight into Renee Tees.
Oh dear. Quite a smart woman, Renee Tees, so I hope she's okay. Was that a late hit?
That was a late hit.
Thank you. So the free kick goes back to just outside the 50. Late contact on the kicker, who was...
Georgia Wyatt had late contact on...
And Lilcock. Lilcock heads towards Riding Road. Well taken by Dixon. There must have been a hand there because I just assumed that was a mark from this distance. Only the one scoring shot. It is wet, it is muddy, it is fast, and these teams cancel each other out.
Dr. Chu comes off, and Matty Hennessy comes on.
Good to see Hennessy back in the side. Played well for Morningside last year after coming down from Maroochydore, but a very skillful defender. Morningside tapping it back. McLaughlin was just pushed off it at the last moment. Turns into rugby union. Roberts White. Got it back to Wyatt. Not her best kick. Wouldn't have gone 15 even if that had have been caught. That was Millen coming through. McLaughlin laying tackles almost as soon as players gain possession. She's been doing that for a few years. This tackle was strong from Talena Nissen. No free kick forthcoming. And a lot of turnovers in a very short space of time. Eventually Morningside were able to get it forward. And then another one-handed mark from Arla Feta-Hugic. Both Arla Feta-Hugic and Laura Roy were in the QAFLW Team of the Year last year, and today they've decided that one-handed marks are the way that they show their superiority. Next one taken by Neva Bell with two hands. Amateur. I didn't mean that. As a game of force and backs develops on the Riding Road side of Jack Esplin Oval.
We have both teams with full interchange boxes just trying to get those key players on. You've got Sophie Balcom standing there, you've got Chu, you've got
brilliant tackle.
McDonald standing there as well.
Sorry to interrupt. Coorparoo looked like they were on their way through. Now the turnover ball. The handball went to Jacobson. Laura Roy found a way of getting a disposal. And they're on their way. McLaughlin gets it inside 50, looking for Garton, who's up forward. Just knocked it over the contest. Bellinger chasing it through. Got to bounce into space. Has Day behind her. Day snapped from about 40. Goes over the top and across the face of goal. Was there a whistle before that?
I know, but then we see an influx of interchanges now that they're on this side of the field. It's just sort of all happened at once.
It's the kind of migration that normally has a David Attenborough voiceover.
Happy birthday to him the other day.
Yes, yeah, reached the century.
Jeez. Good innings.
Raise the bat. And in this case, that'd be the end of the bat. Inside 57, not with a lasso free kick, but it was not a good clearance. Not a good restart, rather, from the Kings. Find themselves 7 points down. There's not a lot of wind. It's cool. Morningside on the attack. Wyatt got through. McLaughlin hovering. Couldn't get hands free. Messy ball inside. Morningside forward 50. Beautifully picked up by Wynn. Got the handball wide. They can't find a way out. Now they do. Zina Feta-Hugic got it very close to the boundary. Has been called out in the full.
No, it's been called a mark.
Brilliant mark. Baldwick.
Yeah, it's hard to see their front numbers because they're blue on that. Not quite on their white, so it's a bit hard to see the front ones today.
Oh, I had a camera in the way, so I've got a totally different excuse.
Is that your excuse?
Yeah. But it's better that all of you can see rather than me. I'm enjoying myself here. And this has been emblematic of the day where it's difficult to get clean hands on the ball. It's difficult to get a clean disposal away. And these players are fast and strong. You don't need to make much of a mistake before you're pretty much surrounded. Tees decides that soccer's the best way forward. Chesterfield got a beautiful handball away, which was plucked off by Lappin. Lappin's been very involved today. Teubler attacking the ball. Her 50th QAFLW game today as well. 25 for UQ, won a premiership with them. Another 25 here at Coorparoo. Coorparoo just fumbling around on their own D50. Play allowed to continue. Another day, maybe not. Ball up about 60 from Morningside's attacking goal, centre field. Day swings around further inside 50. Not able to connect. It bounces over the contest. McDonald was nearly away. Went without it. The tackling was strong from Mackenzie Sleep. Caused the restart. Made sure that Coorparoo couldn't clear. 17 minutes plus time on for goals behinds and injuries in the QAFLW home and away season.
Morningside is set up so well for a rebound kick here. You've got Ali Lappin sitting out there by herself. You've also got Laura Roy, who's just got the three, who's standing by herself as well. And you've got RT standing in the middle as well by herself, and Dixon. That ball's coming straight back in every time.
Harding regathered. Good analysis, thank you very much, because as the clearance was coming, you were basically pointing out why it wasn't going to get any further than it did. And
still, you've got Teresa Dixon and Ali Lappin out there by herself, just standing there waiting for the ball to just pop it back in again.
So Sleep went for a snap, came off the top of her shoelace, and there was never going to be much added time in that quarter. Just the one goal, that being the Courtney McDonald, the Morningside captain, in the 7th minute. But at quarter time in this match between...
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
Ha! It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Quarter time at Jack Esplin Oval in round 6, the Sir Douglas Nicholls round of the Bond University QAFLW. Low scoring, but the pace is intense. Morningside 1-6, Coorparoo yet to score. The tackle count would be enormous. Unfortunately, the point score not that high at the moment. Courtney McDonald, the Morningside captain, scoring from a free kick in the 7th minute, which she earned by marking low to the ground after a free kick was awarded just outside the 50. Coorparoo yet to taste defeat this year. They're 5 from 5, including beating both of the Gold Coast powerhouses, Southport and Bond University. I think you might have to go back to the University of Queensland in 2022 to find a team that beat both Bond and Southport in the one season. It's been a very, very long time. But this Coorparoo side has shown this year they're a force to be reckoned with. They have had the services of former Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Sun and Hawthorn Hawk Sarah Perkins for the first 5 rounds, and her physical presence in the forward 50 has been immense. She's now gone back to play, I believe, with Collingwood in the VFLW. And Morningside find themselves 1 goal up at quarter time. My name's Daniel Viles. Amanda Whitehead has rejoined. Taking away the sequence. Second quarter underway at Jack Esplin Oval. Coco Garton flies high, didn't quite get the clearance, but definitely got the hit out. I hope she got a good photo. Not sure who the photographers are here today. It was TJ Yelds last time, who not only takes good photos but also writes a good code, and he does an AFLW stats site, which is an enormously beneficial resource for anyone who's trying to commentate on that competition. But this is the Bond University QAFLW. Not really moving away from the scented mud for Jack Esplin Oval. Why don't I ask you in a moment for some thoughts on the first quarter? It was basically Morningside's territorial game, and probably they just connected a little bit better in defence. So we'll get back to that in a moment as Coorparoo get a strong inside 50. Over the back of the contest, Harrison trying to bump off her opponent. Not quite successful. And again, the contest falls, let's say, about 30 metres out from Coorparoo's attacking goal. Coorparoo running to the left in the white and blue jerseys, holding the ball. Morningside with the free kick. That is an important free kick to be won.
That's Renee Taylor.
It is, who's a left footer, I remember, so. Which means she's been playing, if she's left-handed as well, hockey is a right-handed game, so.
You reckon she's left?
Well, she's left-footed. Roberts White from the 50. Goes towards the pocket. Important battle. Chesterfield.
Yes.
Chesterfield takes it. Been in scintillating form, I was about to say this year, and that's true, but probably throughout the last 4 years, Chelsea Chesterfield. I'm trying not to jinx it by mentioning her goal tally, but let's just say that milestones are imminent.
Where is she at the moment?
Yeah, not telling. Chelsea Chesterfield. Set shot from about 25. She's usually good. Missed one in the preliminary final here last year. Makes amends emphatically in round 2 of 2026. Scores a level at Jack Esplin Oval.
So that'll be a 98th goal.
98th goal in the QAFLW. The first 2 of those were from Maroochydore about 8 years ago now. But 96 and counting for Coorparoo. Just lost. I can't quite remember how many players have 100 goals in the Bond University QAFLW. I'll check the laptop during the halftime break, because I'm sure you're all hanging out for that info.
Yeah. Check the spreadsheet, didn't it? Everyone loves that. Put that in your spreadsheet. That has been a highlight of the QAFLW commentary team.
Morningside with the restart. Day took the mark, spun around quickly, goes to a one-on-one contest, hits the deck. Harding at the back, had some space created for her by Lunson. Over the shoulder of Schneider, expertly weaves her way through. Plays the 1-2. Schneider keeps it on the wing, up towards Roberts White. Game tackle 2-on-2, one-handed pick up from McLaughlin. Handball over the top to Dixon. Found Tolley. Tolley towards the edge of the 50. Defensive mark is dropped, hacked away by Harding, taken by McLaughlin again.
Just going to watch that. Tolly's still down after that tackle. It was quite a big tackle.
And the umpires have stopped play.
Yeah.
So she would have been in the act of kicking, and I'm not suggesting, well, we'll be able to see at the moment whether she was tackled in the air.
And if she is tackled in the air, then the player that's tackled her is going to be a lot.
I think it was in one motion.
It was high, but it was in one motion.
I don't think any umpire can call a free kick live for that one.
No, but I would be concerned if I was that Coorparoo player about the MR. The MR.
A bit of Tars Kiara Tolley. Made a debut in round 1 this year, hasn't missed a game this year since. And unless something happens injury-wise, which...
So it was Jacinta Ball and the tackle side.
We'll see.
The MRI will definitely look after that. That's why we have it now, Daniel.
MRI or MRC?
MRC, MRO, you know.
I think MRI is a little bit different.
MRI is?
Yeah.
We're talking about scans here.
There we go.
But we can talk to Dr. Chu about that as she comes on the field.
Seamless link from Whitey. McLaughlin belts it inside 50. Goes through defensive hands of Coorparoo. Day was swooping. Toibler coming back the other way. They were teammates at UQ a few years back.
I'm going to get fined for that.
No, it's all right. We'll cover it. Tees knocking it away. McLaughlin. Pretty incredible. Day dribbling it through. Not quite able to get it to McDonald. The defence was fierce. Day again. Getting it out towards Arthur. Feta Hugic. Strong in defence. Graham hovering. Good work on the ground from Toibler as well.
Was that Arthur that was just under that pack?
I believe so.
That was great work there by Arthur. She made herself big. She kept her feet and she just let the Coorparoo players sort of come in. But what that did is that it allowed Morningside to set up around that play to keep that ball in that 50.
Roberts White in defence. Thanks for the analysis, Whitey.
A lot of teams don't realise how important it is to hold that footy up at times. You've got to hold it up to allow you girls to get in there and be in position.
I'll add to that in a moment. Has that just snuck through for a minor score?
Correct. That is the high.
So Morningside take the lead by the smallest possible margin. It's something you see a lot in the AFLW. Like I noticed before Taylor Smith became a reliable goal scorer, she learned a lot of forward craft and making sure that she held her body position, used her size to make sure that the other forwards can come through. And that's there's a bit of an overlap between Lions coaching staff and Morningside coaching staff. So Simone Arthur is learning from some very highly credentialed people as Chesterfield takes another good mark. She does that.
Balcom will be disappointed in herself there.
And Chloe Haynes continues the festival. Had Baldwick running through on the inside. Haynes, another former AFLW player. Dixon got front position. Wyatt through. Well done by Lappin. She's been very involved today. Williams trying to get away. Beautiful work from Nissen. And Nissen's been played the free kick. Some might say she was able to get... Oh, hang on, she was turned. She was turned in probably the 360 before she disposed, so...
Oh, the squizzy, eh?
That's okay. Talena Nissen has the free kick, about 60 out. Had a brilliant year in 2025. One of the real success stories for the Kings.
Oh, she got it to her boot, so I'm not sure... Might have just been a little bit too far away.
That's a matter of interpretation. Yeah. Baldwick. Again going to the contest inside 50. Good work getting front position from Williams. And even though she didn't get the mark, she's largely responsible for diffusing that attack, Indiana Williams.
We're starting to get into that white mode again that we've spoken about before, Daniel, on past commentaries, that we're sort of in that dark/twilight mode. It's quite hard to see the footy. The lights are starting to come on. The ground's glimmering a little bit. Your eyes are trying to adjust. So we're going to see a lot more fumbling, a lot more ball on the ground currently until the girls start to adjust today.
That's for the insights, and of course, it varies from ground to ground. And as much as I love all the QAFLW clubs, but as much as I love Coorparoo, there are some very dark corners of Giffen Park. It is brighter here at Jack Estel. But Coorparoo has better food trucks. I distribute the praise.
Can't pass up the pizzas.
Thank you for the tip. Good ribeye fillet here in the clubhouse as well.
Yes.
And we're talking about food because the ball hasn't quite managed to clear 50. It has now. Back to Baldwick. It was clever work, I think, from Nissen. Baldwick again goes for a 3-on-3, hits a bunch of shoulders, one of them is Harrison. Fumbling towards the boundary line is Nissen again. Become very involved in the last couple of minutes. Dangerous, not quite a clearing kick. Day ran into traffic. She's had to come a long way back to help out in defence. Got more hands to it. Thought Watson was going to get a touch just before, and Day realised her previous handball wasn't good, so laid a strong tackle instead.
Brilliant second effort there by Katie Day.
Not the last time to say that if you hang around long enough, Whitey. Katie, second effort, Day.
She does not. She listens to them when she watches it.
Been around a long time. Beautiful work.
Yes!
Running away was Ari Walker.
Sorry, I'm going to be excited.
You should. Harding the other way. Well picked up by Arla Feder-Huggett. Steps inside. Found the target. Couldn't quite hit Roberts White on the chest, but left her with some space. The handball was well intercepted by the towering figure of Dixon. Chu tried to clear, got an air swing. Work from Balcon to clear defence. Arthur as well. Balcon with a second effort. Doesn't have it as the middle name. It's not on the birth certificate. Coorparoo getting in each other's way. Morningside doing enough to work it up the near side of the ground in front of the Sports and Wellbeing Centre. Holding off the ball, free kick goes the way of the Kings. Back on the attack through Watson.
That was a massive effort there by Sophie Balcon. She got it out to Chu. She shepherded for Chu, then Chu dropped it. She went back in there again. That's what you want from a strong defender.
Lappin had the ball, was brought down by Haynes, then Morningside able to clear. Analysis from Amanda Whitehead. Very strong work on the outside. It's Maddie Hennessy putting in the big ones for Morningside, the number 13 shirt. Now they've broken away. Schneider. Hands. It's dangerous in front of goal. Hit the post. I think for a moment, Selena Nissen thought, oh, it's there to score. Oh, no, hang on. It's dead ball when it hits the post. We're out of bounds. Coorparoo level the scores. No pressure on the fullback. Morningside able to bring that a long way out. Goes in front of Garton. Got the handball away. That went to Jacobson. And then inside, this is probably the best counter-attack we've seen from Morningside today. Commentator's curse. Intercept marked by Harding. Keeps on the Riding Road side.
That would have been a brilliant play there if she just kept the ball low. Little drop punch straight to a player that was in front, but instead she tried to do the long bomb over the top. It's just not going to work today, especially on this type of ground.
Beautiful mark. I think it's Haynes in there. Chloe Haynes again. Couldn't see her when I first said the name Haynes. I just called it by reputation, and I feel completely justified in doing so. Hat kick, lasso free kick. Cooper on the attack. They've had the better of this second term. Most of the play's been to the left of screen. That's not because of any wind here. It's gentle, and that's when it exists. Punch came from behind. Indiana Williams appealing for a free kick. None forthcoming, and she didn't really maintain interest in it.
I think we're going to have to invest in some
We'll work on it. Good to see, not on screen at the moment, but Morningside on their scoreboard this year, they named the debutantes and milestone makers on a scrolling text at the bottom of their scoreboard. So Ari Walker getting the silent fanfare, shall we say, on the scoreboard. It's a wonderful thing that the Morningside Panthers have started doing this year. Beautiful handball through to Haynes. Her handball back inside, ended up finding a target. Millen looking for support. Arla Feder-Huggett created the extra player. Day got in the way. Might have been some hands in there from Renee Taylor as well. Coorparoo regained just outside the 50. Knocked inside to Taylor. Just stuck out of foot. Turnover again. Nissen! Plays on. Beautiful charge down. That was Balcon.
That is Balcon.
Leapt into the kick from Nissen. I don't know whether it was goalward, but it didn't matter because it only went 50 centimetres.
After a year of football because of some concussion, Sophie Balcon's come into this side at Morningside from Bond University, may I add, and has just absolutely excelled in the backline.
You know how surprised I am?
0.
Yeah. I remember. Back out of bounds.
But isn't it interesting, Daniel, these new players, like different players, they move clubs and for all different reasons. But they have so much excitement behind them again. It's like they find their passion for footy and they want to be out there and they want to do their jersey proud. And, you know, Sophie's not the only player on this team that's come in this year, but it's so exciting for the whole league to see this happen.
We want the best people in the Bond University QAFLW. If that means you need to take a year out to recharge your batteries, well, lots of our favourite things need recharges.
Yes.
Now, the last time, talking about phones, right? Oh, beautiful work. It was behind the contest. I think it's Baldwick. Not confident.
No, there's no Baldwick.
No. Harrison.
Harrison?
I believe it's Lila Harrison. Still happy to be corrected. Got too close. Renee Taylor with a brilliant charge down.
She's never going back to hockey. Never. Not with that kind of style. I don't think Damien Richards will let that.
Well, you were just saying that some of those people change clubs to get a new lease of life. Do you think maybe Renee Taylor is moving? Am I twisting your words well enough to start
moving
with
into the AFL, hey? Never know, mate.
So Coorparoo, they've been camped in that right forward pocket for a while. Morningside able to clear, goes underneath Harding. Flick inside to Feta Huggins. Isla Feta Huggins. Just went through the hands of Chelsea Wynn. Of course, Wynn and McLaughlin opposing each other today. They were forming a brutal midfield combination at Coorparoo a couple of years ago, and then Wynn went to Yeronga and McLaughlin took some time out of the game for different reasons. Good to see them both back in the comp, and fascinating to see them playing against each other, even if they're not directly on each other. The stop-start game, it's not a spectacle, but it is intense, and the match matters. It's only round 6, but this is important. Both of these sides are expected to make the top 6, but if you can make top 4, it means you get a home final in the first round. If you can make top 2, it means you get a week off and a double chance of getting to the grand final.
I don't like the week off. I prefer just a roll on in.
Oh, that's just for 1 and 2. Because okay. Because there are different ways of doing a final 6. Not all of them involve giving teams 1 and 2 a bye in the first round. This is where we need a podcast, right? High contact. Coorparoo with a free kick.
How can anyone listen?
That's not the point of a podcast. The point of a podcast is so you can tell everyone you've made a podcast. Isn't that right, Seth? Osborne. First year at Coorparoo from Wilston Grange. Just hit Chesterfield on the chest. Won the free kick because she was being... It was Osborne initially with the kick, and then Chesterfield then. Feta Huggage had a second guess and lost the ball in the meantime and gives away the free kick.
Is that Balcom taking the kick?
I missed that. I had my head down. Nissen claiming the mark. It wasn't. Laura Roy held her ground. Haynes flicked it out. Pulled off the ball was Harrison. Came back to Wyatt. Wyatt with a second opportunity. More whistling because there were plenty of players being pulled off the ball. Arm went up the wrong way. Oh no, it went up the right way. Coorparoo's free kick going towards the hot spot. Taken very easily and comfortably. It's either Bell or Lilcock. That's Lilcock. Over the head of Dixon. Turns it over to Baldwick. Maybe not the best opponent to whom you should turn it over. Schneider coming on. Bit of a wrestle on the ground. Not a lot of time left in this first half.
Coorparoo's captain has just come off there with an ankle injury. It's not looking too good. Just quite sore.
That would be significant.
Holding that right ankle. definitely struggling to put some weight on that, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
Important, both on the field and almost spiritually for this Coorparoo side, Arlafetta Huggins. It's not an entertaining match, but it is intense. Scores are level at half-time. Courtney McDonald's goal in the first quarter has been equalised and matched by Chelsea Chesterfield very early in this second quarter. It's 1 goal, 7 points apiece here in round 6 of the Bond University QAFLW St Douglas Nichols round here at Jack Estlin Oval.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
He's not your traditional coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
She's the backbone of our defence, and she leads the team from the front.
He always shows up for us. He really cares about every player.
She's calm and methodical. She leaves nothing to chance.
I wasn't the most confident player coming to Bond, but he showed me what I'm capable of.
When a game doesn't go her way, she puts her head down, gets to work, and she gets better.
Andy is always in my corner, and he always will be.
Whatever Gemma sets her mind to, she'll achieve it.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Half-time at Jack Esplin Oval. It is round 6, the Douglas Nicholls round of the Bond University QAFLW. Unfortunately, women only get the 1 week of Sir Douglas Nicholls round this year because that's a bye week next week for different reasons. But I dare say that some of these Indigenous jerseys will see the light of day again. It's a dour tussle here. It's not one that's going to make anyone convert their allegiance to the game of Australian football. But for those of us who love it already, this is an absolute arm wrestle. It's enthralling. You can't look away. It's 1 goal, 7 points apiece. In the 7th minute of the match, Courtney McDonald scored for Morningside, and then in the 2nd minute of the 2nd quarter, Chelsea Chesterfield got her 98th goal in the Bond University QAFLW with a set shot from the just to the right of goal. My name is Daniel Viles. With me is Amanda Whitehead. Whitey, in terms of how you win this game, is it a case of grinding down the opposition and continuing doing what you're doing and just doing it better, or do you have to try something different and risk?
I think they need to change it up a little bit. I think the ball's hitting the ground too many times at the moment. I think the team that is going to take on that ball but keep it low and flat to their players instead of trying to pop it over the top is the team that's going to win today. Popping it over the top is not going to work because this ground is so soft. I was just down there before walking around, and even just walking towards the interchange bench, it is so soft that ball is not going to bounce like it would in the dry.
And we've seen that many times today
and
already.
We've seen it many times where a lot of teams love going over the top so you can turn on your shoulder, you can turn off the shoulder of your defender and you can run. It's not going to happen in this game. The forwards, by both teams, they need to get in front, they need to be ready and presenting, and they need to have a flow. So it's one goes up and presents, the next one goes up and presents. So if it does end up over the top, you've got another forward there to take that mark. So that's going to be crucial this quarter to see that happen. But these three teams are so even. And it's exciting to see, Daniel.
I think you just said these 3 teams.
3 teams?
3 teams, but
us?
We're the third team.
We're the third team.
We are even with them.
Exactly.
Let's edit that part out. These 2 teams are so even. Just to pick up on a point you made, the hardest ground in this competition will be Coorparoo's home ground, Giffen Park, and I wonder whether the hardness of that ground means that they've kind of got a collective DNA memory of, well, if we pop it over the top, we're going to get the bounce.
Yep.
Not at Jack Esplin Oval, you won't.
No, you won't. And how the ground is currently, and for anybody who's, for our 47 watchers currently, the ground is very similar to, like, the softness of it is very similar to Southport. Southport has a very soft ground as well, very lush, very nice oval, but it is soft underfoot. So how Morningside is sitting currently, the ground is exactly the same as that. So yeah, Coorparoo needs to keep that low, needs to keep it flat, and just the short kicks. There's no need to be bombing at 50 metres. Let's keep it short, let's keep it sharp, and let's get it moving.
So we're about to see the evidence of what the coaches have put in the minds of their players. Christine Watson moved into the ruck and is immediately down in her haunches. I think she just landed awkwardly, maybe turned an ankle. But that's not really what... Thank you. Free kick to Morningside there. Going straight through the middle. Again, it's a long kick in towards the pocket. McDonald picked it up expertly. Had Harding on her back straight away. Double turnover. Went to Hennessy. Air swings galore.
Oh.
Katie Day with a tackle.
That might...
Stoppage. Christine Watson still into the ground. What do you know, Whitey?
Yeah, she's come down from that, just on that replay, she's come down completely straight-legged from that ruck contest, so...
Landed on one of the parts of Jack Esplin Oval. It's not soft.
It's not soft.
Play continues on the eastern wing, and it will just be a ball up.
But the trooper that she is, she's going to try and run it out, so... We'll see how she goes.
Just her 7th game in Queensland senior footy, Christine Watson, but there's a lot of talent there. We've seen her score a couple of goals on the feature games in 2025.
That was an interesting ruck there. I'll see if she does it this time, and if she does, I might just comment on it, but I'm just... She is sore. Yeah, and she's avoiding it. So she's avoiding landing on that right foot. So she's coming up in the ruck, and when she's coming down, she's landing on her left foot and trying to...
It was pretty much a 2-footed jump that time, wasn't
it?
Yeah,
so... but she kind of just led more to the left and didn't really step down, so...
Yeah.
She's kind of done it there too.
Dixon's worked her out, and of course Dixon has a magnificent technique. The shepherding was strong from Arthur, didn't quite work. Gall, big kick through the middle of the field. Coorparoo outnumbered. The defensive structure from Morningside didn't hold. Haynes with the handball back, picked up by Schneider. Turns in a circle, the handball lands in the mud. Baldwick wasn't there. Lilcock turns back the clock and puts a kick through, a through ball for her midfielders. Graham kicks it forward, picked up by Harding. She fumbles. McDonald putting pressure on. Clean pickups are so important today. Day had one, but was then tackled off it. And then players being tackled without the ball. Lucas Cosme's picked it up. Courtney McDonald has a free kick about 65 from goal. McDonald just keeps it into the pocket. That was well attacked from behind. Just couldn't identify the defender. Not the best kick. Baldwick picked it up beautifully. I think she played as a defender when she started at Coorparoo, coming over from Sherwood Juniors. Dixon had that marked about a minute before it happened. They're spreading the defence. Balcom's come wide on the right. And as we've noted before, as Arthur takes a mark, they don't push up as high, the Morningside defenders, which gives them some different options. Not every team has to press. Arthur boots at about 40. They're spotted in back play. Shepherd, so... Oh, should let you describe that. You know what you're talking about. But it's a free kick to Coorparoo defence.
Yeah, I just can't see who's down. Sorry, Daniel.
That's okay.
She can...
That was Harding.
Harding, yeah. Whoa. Sorry, mate, I'm just having a look at it here. Yeah, so Harding, the ball hadn't even come in yet, and they shepherded her out of the contest. She fell over.
She's quite strong, Harding, so knocking her over takes a bit of effort.
Very interesting here. Morningside's made a bit of a crucial change. They've taken Sophie Balcom off Chelsea Chesterfield to sort of let her run a little bit more and put Renee Taylor, who's quite a strong body, on her. So we'll see if that works out for Morningside here. I'd love to see Coorparoo just start to take those intercept marks that we know that they can.
I think Feta Hugic has the all-time record for most intercept marks in this competition. That's a brilliant mark. Haynes, not paid. Maybe she dropped it out of my line of vision. Tolly got some good help from Neva Bell. Good off-ball work. McLaughlin started the quarter off the field. Back on now, wasn't able to connect and just went past Grace Osborne into out of bounds.
Who's that right in the middle?
That's Alyssa Gall, I think, in the number 5 for Coorparoo. Playing as an extra. Chelsea Wynn linking. She didn't get many opportunities to do that in the first half.
And Gall got it.
So Gall came in from the wing. Now moves wide. Was looking for Ayla Fraser. Not able to take it under pressure. Created space for Walker. Walker doing anything but going straight through the middle. Just overcooked it. Katie Day. Day picked it up on the wraparound. Goes over the head of Harding. Zinafeta Hagic fumbling in defence, but she had a lot of space. Moves it wide. Not able to connect. Fraser. Bit of early contact, but it was all legal. Goal. Working through from the back. That was good work on the ground from Walker. And then Chelsea Wynn settles things down. Kicks it away to Chu. Coorparoo, the passes are not connecting today. Kicked it across into midfield to Lappin. The switch from Morningside is as good as any we've seen today. Intercepted by Tees, Baldwick. Schneider, Baldwick again. Not the best handball. Lappin taken high. That was a bit clumsy from Baldwick.
Baldwick wants to be careful. She got that really high tackle before on Tolly, and now that. I'd be really careful.
There can be a bit of a cumulative effect with those sorts of things. As Morningside retain possession, the handball didn't quite link up with McDonald. Good sweeping around the back. That came from Sleep. Inside 50 from Mackenzie Sleep. Through the hands of Bellinger. Zinafeta Hugic will boot it out. And that's pretty much just a territory finder. That was almost rugby union style. Coming across was Jacobson. Eventually swept by, I think, Harding. Chesterfield dropped that one under pressure. Inside to Haynes. Booted through by Neva Bell for Morningside. It's unclean ball, but Morningside have the territory. Scores a level, have been for some time.
I want to see some excitement from Coorparoo here. They've been so excited in their last 3 games, and to see that they're a little bit off tonight, Daniel. And I don't like to see this kind of team. They're so exciting.
Well, we'll talk about the reasons why they're not being exciting tonight. It was a good handball from Graham, and the tackle was strong from Wyatt.
Obviously, conditions play a part in this, but you can't just blame the conditions. There's just something not clicking tonight with them, and it's not something I've seen before. Not this season, anyhow.
Charge down from Laura Roy. We know she's got a big kick. Kick to Day. Day plays on, hooks it, gives Morningside the lead.
I think that was touched, that's why.
It was also about 5 metres off target. It was a close run thing.
We've all missed from in front then.
Yes. Good timing, Mark.
Who was that?
That was McDonald.
Was it?
Not for the first time today. I recognise that ponytail. Oh, sorry, it's not. Apologies. It's McLaughlin. Wrong Scottish woman. McLaughlin.
That's a fine.
Cross the race. Going to Day. Knocked back. That was McDonald. Although she wishes I called someone else just then. Back to McDonald from Bellinger. That looked like volleyball. That was a really...
Right idea.
Yeah, but...
wrong execution.
Yeah, that was a perfect set. I think she was hoping that Lucy Bellinger would spike the ball over the net. Strong mark again from Chloe Haynes. Not the first or last time I have said or will say that tonight. Goes for the percentage kick, but it was a bit high and loopy. Got away with it as Chelsea win. Took the mark. Easy kick inside to Baldwick. Now, it's slow and not that penetrating, but at least Coorparoo was stringing some passes together. That's about 4 in a row as Renee Tees marks just to the left of the centre circle. It's the wraparound from Baldwick. This time they go to a contest. That is beautiful technique from Maddie Hennessy. The strength in the body, the confidence of the arms, and then we see a very easy mark made to look very, very difficult.
And that's what I want to see from Coorparoo. I want to see those strong overhead marks that I've seen in the past 3 games.
As indeed that one from, that is Balcom.
Hey girls, make sure we come down to the bench.
Keeps it wide. Goes to Dr. Chu.
She's going to love that.
Good ball inside. Found the run of Balcom. Contested ball nearer the middle of the ground. Graham, some good work on the deck. Was turned over. Tees has front position. More volleyball. So Coorparoo, apart from a few passes in the last couple of minutes, they haven't connected well tonight. But I think credit for that has to go to Morningside. Morningside have harassed. They've been full of hard running. They've positioned themselves well. They've made sure that Coorparoo had no easy targets, and now they've got an attacking position.
That was Walker.
Walker again, Walker now, who wasn't able to get it, but she's brought down Arla Feta-Hugic. Was their prior opportunity? She did fumble a bit, so it'll just be a ball up.
It's very interesting right now. Like, I know this is a very common theme, Daniel, and you hear me talk about it a lot, that the forwards for Coorparoo are pushing up the field. They're sitting at about halfway, but nobody's calculating the fact that the ground is wet. The ball is not bouncing, guys. You cannot have, unless your full forward is Kathy Freeman and can get back there at a quick speed, that Chelsea Chesterfield is way too high right now. Way too high for conditions like this.
I know it's a different distance, but for younger viewers, think Jessica Hull. And they have to
Rowan Browning?
Oh, I was trying to think of a woman.
Yeah.
And there's a female sprinter at the Australian who I can't think of at the moment, and I apologise for that.
You're the one that does athletics, mate.
Yeah, but that was little athletics, and it was good fun. So I'll know all the top athletes in about 10 years. It's had to be a whistle-happy game. That's not a criticism of the umpires. In a game like this, they've noticed that both teams are going for these little flick passes, and so they've said, no. This is Aussie rules. You have to handball. You can't throw it and think we won't notice. Laura Roy from distance. That was a flat kick. No way! That is a huge off-break. It landed about 4 metres to the right of goal. Spun past everyone. I think we all knew it was going to take something extraordinary to break the deadlock. And Laura Roy, no surprise at all, has produced it on cue.
She has kicked that. I'm not even joking. I just watched the replay. She has kicked that from about 48 metres out.
Was she standing in mud when she let fly?
No, she's on a dry patch.
Intelligent.
But can I just say, that right there, she backed herself. Even if it wasn't going to go in, because we all know that the ground is not bouncing today, she backed herself enough that she had the forwards down there and she popped it into that hot spot. And by gee, the gold gods are looking over. Gold gods looking over us today.
You just talk amongst yourselves there, Whitey.
Yeah.
You'll sort it out. So it's low bouncing, and now we know it's turning. So it's like we're on an Indian pitch here at the moment.
Spinners galore.
Simone Arthur working through the middle, wasn't able to control it. The kick from Gall went vertical, and now Coorparoo hacking it forward. They've been able to get something going. Chesterfield was just bumped off it by Taylor. Chesterfield with a one-handed pickup, got some kind of a shot away, which was a miracle in itself. Balcombe maybe should have bent down to pick it up. Haynes inside. Opportunity persists for Coorparoo. Unclean pickup. Probably should have been called a throw. It's been told to play on. Dixon tried to soccer, missed. Charged down again. Chaotic, but very entertaining as Roberts
It's going to be very
White's brought
interesting.
down.
You've got Kira Dunlop sitting right in the middle by herself, and then out here, closest to the broadcast wing, you've got Gall. Morningside need to pick up those players. Regardless if it's heading your attacking way, pick up those players because it's going to bounce back in.
Coorparoo have the ball back. I just saw Charlotte Millen tried to bump Simone Arthur away. Beautiful pickup by Grace Roberts-White. Not quite picked up by Ayla Fraser. Alyssa Gall, head over the ball. The strong tackle needed to be made and was.
And it's holding it up within their 50.
Superb work from Kiara Tolley, yes. So Morningside have pushed them back about 40 metres, which in the current weather and ground conditions is like 60 metres on another day. And now it's outside of 50.
Balcombe there fighting for that ball. And
there's a midfielder inside her just waiting to burst out.
Don't give her any ideas.
Oh, I get paid to give people ideas. Big chase on the outside from Kiara Dunlop, who was identified by Whitey as a spare player in the previous play. Coorparoo back inside 50. Defensive mark dropped. Dixon. As a defensive ruck, she's been doing very well. Balcombe took a looping handball, needed to go over the player and did. Gall gets front position. Sleep. Got a good push on. Most people end up on the deck. And Lilcock was able to hack away just underneath Graham. Lunson goes back. Lunson did well to keep her feet. That's contact below the knees, and Lunson wins the free kick.
It is so slippery.
Oh.
Daniel, did you see her slip just then?
Yes, I did, yes.
That just shows how hard, how soft this ground is currently. You can't even get your studs in.
That is a beautiful mark from Dunlop. And I say that because the ball clearly slipped out of her hands and she was able to keep it on the way down. Catch it on the way down. Keeps it wide. Didn't really have the lead, but I suppose when you've got Chesterfield, you may as well give us something to run onto, even if it's quite wide.
I think Chelsea Chesterfield is a brilliant forward, mate. Like one of the best in the comp at the moment. And Renee Taylor is just keeping her quiet. And that just shows the resilience in both those players. Chelsea's trying to get in front. She's trying to do what she knows, what she's good at. But Taylor's just reading her at every turn. It's a great contest, that one.
Well picked up, and
Tolly's back.
there's a little bit of a gamble, I suppose, from Damien Richards at half-time, but a fairly low-risk gamble. Baldwick's kick was charged down by McLaughlin, who was as tough as they come. And well done by, I think that's Gall. Now, just realised, I was about to say, have we seen Alafeta Hugic in this half? And speak of the Angel.
Still limping a little bit, but...
Yeah, I think you'd need to amputate the foot before she ran off the field.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, no, you're tough and nuggety. Way too tough for the combox. Like you can analyse, so... Yeah. But am I intimidated? Yes, I am.
Mate, I'm just here to give you backup. That's all I'm here for.
No. I'll mention what's happening on the ball, and you can tell everyone what I and they miss. T's contested that one alone. Millen did well. She had a defender on her back. And a bit of flying over the top. It'll just be a ball up.
They're double teaming Chesterfield here.
And rightly so.
So they've got...
They do have a spare back there. I think it's Hennessy.
Is it Hennessy?
Hennessy's in 13.
Or is it Mackenzie Sleep?
I doubt Sleep. I mean, Sleep has defended.
No, I just can't... Oh, no, it is Hennessy. Yeah, it's 13.
Yeah, different shape ponytail.
Oh. Kicking styles, ponytails. Geez, we've one hell of it.
Whatever works, yeah. You know what we're doing.
Yeah, they are double teaming here. So I would say Renee Taylor's the body on, and Hennessy's going to be that sweeping behind and in front to try and stop Chesterfield's run.
Oh, was that kicking danger from Roy?
That was very much kicking in danger, but that's okay.
Got away with one, so...
Play on, they say.
There's a ball up. Coorparoo about 60 from goal. T's electing not to compete against Dixon. Roy has had a bit of success with just the long boot tonight. Walker has been impressive. Almost got away from Lunson and wins a free kick with some high contact. And you can't play on if you're not behind the mark.
Very smart there by Roy, just kicking it along the ground. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to get her hands to it, so she's just popped it along the ground and pushed that momentum forwards. Just keep pushing it forwards.
There's a time to soccer and a time not to soccer, and she got one wrong and one right. It was Morningside's quarter. They had a bit of defending to do, but they did have the lion's share of territory. At three-quarter time, Morningside 2-2-14, Coorparoo 1-1-7. Can Coorparoo come back? See round 5 for details. You better believe they can. 1 quarter coming here from Jack Esplin Oval into Douglas Nicholls round at the Bond University QAFLW.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy, Sydney.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Not many goals tonight, but plenty of speed. Morningside 2-2-14 are looking to keep their perfect record against the Coorparoo Kings intact. Coorparoo 1-1-7. Courtney McDonald and Laura Roy are the goal scorers for Morningside. Chelsea Chesterfield got the only one for Coorparoo that very early in the second quarter. My name is Daniel Viles. In a moment we'll hear from Amanda Whitehead. This is Sir Douglas Nicholls round, where we pay a bit of extra attention to the First Nations inhabitants and their contribution to the game. The jerseys that these teams are wearing, one of the designers is actually in common, so both of them you'll see there is a central motif of a circle and then various paths leading towards it, which is a very common symbol of, in both cases, the circle in the centre of the jersey is the club as the hub, and then the lines leading towards it are the families, the players, the communities. But the Morningside jersey, Matthew Serurier and Ambrose Killian. Matthew Serurier he also designed the Brisbane Lions jersey from Thursday night. He designed that with Kadeen Coleman. And then Killian also co-designed the Coorparoo jersey, this time with Matthew Robert. So they do have a designer in common, and there are common elements. Go onto the social media pages of these two clubs and you will be able to learn all about them, because they really have done this properly. Whitey, 1 quarter left. It's been a dour game so far, but I think you'd have to say that Morningside have played the conditions better than Coorparoo.
Yeah, I think they have, and obviously home ground advantage, as always. You get to know your ground, you train on these kind of things. I was just talking to the midfield coach then of Morningside as she was coming back to the bench. I just said to Tate then, I said, what's that circle like over there? And she actually said, it's like clay.
Wow.
So it's slippery over there, but it's
soft and slippery.
Soft enough that your studs will still go into it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. She said you definitely don't want to get tackled over there, that's for sure.
Indeed. Chloe Haynes, Nissan. Forward to a contest. That's well taken by Chelsea Wynn.
And why I brought that up is because that's going to be now crucial this quarter, okay? Because whatever midfielder...
Miss kick from Wynn, returned by Dixon. Lilcock outside 50, not very far. Gall. And taken by Hennessy.
So as I was saying, any midfield that is going to be able to conquer that kind of clay, sticky, and be able to get that ball out quickly is the one that's going to capitalise tonight.
Thank you very much, Whitey. As second ball up of the quarter, the first one to start the quarter. It's Coorparoo, who need to score about 60 from goal. They've lost the clearance to the extent that it was a clearance. I hope iSports don't listen to me too much. You will see the stats from this game. Go to play.afl/Queensland and follow the links. But sometimes on Sunday, sometimes on Monday, that was a throw. And I don't recall the last time I've seen this many calls of throws in a game, and they've all been correct. And if anything, he's probably missed a few.
That also shows that the ball's probably quite slick, Daniel. I wouldn't say it's slippery. It might be a little bit greasy.
Yeah.
You just can't get that other hand there before you're sort of in the motion.
What you're saying is, Mama, it's sure hard to handle, yo.
Hey!
I am so white. Ball up about 80 from goal. Selena Nissen in the ruck. Whitey will rejoin us shortly.
Sorry.
No, it's all my fault. Goal, slips catch nearly taken. And somehow, Morningside able to clear McDonald.
McDonald needs to hold it up here. She needs to hold it up here and wait for her options.
Was looking for Bellinger. The punch from Teubler behind was excellent.
But Tolly was right in front there, so she was in a great position. She was front and centre, so if that ball was going to drop, she was going to be the one there. So well done by Tolly then by reading that play really well and being under her tall forward.
Only a 17-year-old Kiara Tolley, and she's already showing that kind of positional sense. I don't think Nissen realised that's where the ball had gone, so she got left behind in that ruck contest. Gall is crunched. Seems to be okay. It was a strong tackle from Laura Roy. Morningside on the attack. Good reading of the conditions by Isla Feta-Huggett. Just wasn't able to take it. Also missed by Balcom, who just swept on the back of that pack. Falls to Roberts White. Goes to a one-on-one contest, which never really favoured her teammate. Watson. Handballs over to Haynes. Was well read from the back from Bell. Bell responsible for clearing the 50. Williams ran into trouble but still got the disposal away. The strength of Indiana Williams. Watson hacked it forward. Might have looked like kicking in danger just with our camera angle, but not to be. Coorparoo, Schneider. Again, Hennessy attacking it. So it looks like Hennessy is going to go to the front of the pack to try to take the mark, and then there's almost a one-on-one crumbing contest behind her.
Morningside need to find their players here. You've got 4 Coorparoo players without anyone on them. That ball's just going to rebound back in if they're not careful.
Wynn looking for crumbs, Watson lurking. And on the ground it was Osborne. First year at Coorparoo. Moved across from Wilston Grange after coming up from Victoria. A tackling machine. Probably hasn't racked them up tonight, but trust me, there are games where she gets into double figures and you almost don't notice she's done it. So efficient is she. Back to Schneider. It was good work on the ground.
It's a mark.
Defensive mark taken.
Apologies,
sorry.
That's a shot on goal.
And Chelsea Wynn's been moved forward, and she's taken 1 mark. Now watch how I recover, Whitey.
Okay.
She's taken 1 mark, and then a second. Kingsdale through the ball. Hits the deck just beyond the goalpost. Loose ball. Chaotic. Tackling strong. I think that's Hennessy again. Who's been in every sense the key defender in this fourth quarter.
Tubler's just sitting right at the back there by herself, so like a fullback, controlling her back line.
Very experienced Mia Teubler, and also a teacher, so knows how to communicate. Picked off by Harding, who'd come a long way forward. Plays on. So 2-on-2 in the goal square. Plenty of claiming. None have it. Couldn't get the ball back to Watson. Morningside holding firm. Doing enough 5 minutes into this final quarter.
Far broadcast side, you've got 2 Coorparoo players just sitting up the top of that 50. You've got Zena, and I can't actually see that far person is.
There's a missed kick from Lappin. She meant to get it wide, but maybe not quite that wide. Millen had the ball, tried to handball it over the top, ended up out of bounds.
Daniel, can I just say, how well has Ari done tonight?
Oh, absolutely brilliantly.
Like, Ari Walker, she's come into this team after a year away from footy and doesn't even look like she's missed a beat.
And Morningside did that about 4 or 5 times last year with getting Lions Academy players, star teenagers, into senior footy. More on that in a moment as Coorparoo try to connect. It's been difficult tonight. Couldn't link up with Dunlop. Wyatt kicked it away. Lappin again goes wide. It's clearly an instruction. Balcom has Chew wide. There were hands in the way. The pressure is mutual. Harding, I think, maybe lost that in the floodlight. She was underneath it and then didn't realise she was. Got it out, was looking for Lunson. Didn't quite work out that way. Millen knocked it through to Dunlop. Crumbs to Wyatt. Wynn over the back. The Morningside defence, they're ganging up when they need to. Nissen over the top to a one-on-one. Doesn't reach Chesterfield. Tries to get space. Back to Nissen. Fumbled. They're trying to split away from tackles. Osborne goes all the way back. Strong tackle from Bellinger. Play allowed to continue, but Morningside have cleared 50. Zenefeta Huggett sprinting after it. Has 2 Panthers after her. The one that got her was Simone Arthur. Being tackled by Simone Arthur is an experience that most people remember. Morningside got the tap, but it went to Zenefeta Huggett.
Somebody's
Schneider.
Down over there, Daniel. I'll just
Keep an eye on it, please, as Millen fumbles. Dunlop's been getting involved.
Who is it, Daniel? Can you see?
I can't at the moment, I'm sorry.
Is it Chew?
No, that's Arthur. So if Arthur...
Arthur down.
As Whitey momentarily joins the Panthers coaching staff.
They can't see you, and you have binoculars. If it was Coorparoo, it'd do the same thing. They're just a little bit further away from us.
You are magnanimous, if nothing else. You're plenty
I
else.
love all players and all teams.
That's very Buddhist of you.
Namaste.
That's Hindu. Next week on Whitey and Daniel discuss world religions during the football. Let's get back to the gate. Thankfully, nothing of interest had happened as the ball's still bogged down.
I'm so sorry, Jason. You're going to fire us. Oh. It's been fun, Daniel.
There's a short queue. There's a very short queue for our jobs. Coorparoo again moving forward. It's messy, but they've done it. Hennessy's been brilliant. The longer this game has gone on, the more Maddie Hennessy's thrown herself into the game. Laura Roy's sweeping. There's time for a long kick. She's just kicked it into space. And the one time she doesn't want to roll on, she gets one. Was there sufficient intent? It's been called a throw-in. I've seen those go the other way.
It was just inside the 50.
Oh, it certainly wasn't a lasso, but was it deliberate in the sense of...
No.
Whitey says no. I listen to Whitey. Schneider has Wyatt on the outside. Victorians combining, not the kick she wanted. Just went, slipped through the hands of Arthur and came off her extremely strong knee and went out of bounds. So the problem with doing all those squats is you have your knees too strong to hit the ball in play.
Renee Teese is just out the back here by herself. If that ball comes over, it's rebounding straight away. I really want to see him. Oh, we're just going to play it down. Sorry, Daniel.
I'm trying to identify while you were speaking. That is Georgia Wyatt, number 16.
Is it?
I can see the face mask on her head as well.
Yes. All right, I'll just keep an eye on that one. Looks, she is not coming back on, mate. She's interchanged off at the sideline.
And she has been in the wars in the last few weeks, hence the face mask, so... But she's nothing if not tenacious. Players continued. She's out of the game. Has she been replaced? So is she out of the game?
Yeah, she has.
Strong tackle on Nissen. Play allowed to continue. Once again, Morningside, they haven't quite parked the bus, but they do have a very well-staffed defensive line at the moment.
They're assessing it knee there, Daniel. And that's never something you ever want to see in a game.
No, let's not speculate too much. Roberts White around the body, but turned over, cleared by Indiana Williams. She always has had a long kick, clears 50. A click, of course, is a clearing kick when you're tongue-tied. Roberts White tried to handball through to Millen, couldn't connect, which has been the story of the night.
Yeah, that is Georgia White's night over, and we do hope that she's okay. And that is just a small knock. We never like to see any player go down or come off like that. Ever. So we wish her all the best, Georgia, and hopefully we get some good news.
A few players have come up from the VAFA, and very pleased to have Georgia up here in the Queensland State League.
This is brilliant by Mackenzie Sleep. See how she's just sitting out the back, staying away, good kick behind. She's not too far up the field.
We probably can't see, actually, so thank you for that insight. No, that's... meanwhile, the contest is fierce. It's been kicked through a few times by Tolly. Tolly giving herself a chance. Finally, the Coorparoo defence is in possession, and Tolly regathered. Again, just hacked out by Feta Hugic.
Who obviously was a soccer player in her later days.
Indeed. Kicks it to her sister Zina. I think you'll find that most Bosnians have played the round ball game for a fair while. They're definitely a key figure in this competition game now. Marked on the far side by Baldwick, who's maybe not had the influence she's wanted to have tonight. She's certainly worked hard, nothing wrong with her effort, and it's mark taken by the aforementioned Sleep. That seemed to be touched in flight, but the mark wasn't taken anyway. Baldwick trying to link up, and linked up well she did with Harrison. Harrison keeping it wide, kicking it away, because that Morningside defensive structure...
That was Neva Bell.
Not the first time she's done that tonight. Excellent first half in particular. Lappin, who was named at halfback, collects her own ball. She's been outstanding. Laura Roy probably should have been a little bit smarter there. Just ran through when she didn't have her head over the ball, and Nissen did. Or could you call that a professional foul in the circumstances? Either way, Nissen deep into 50, went through the hands, knocked out towards Harrison, couldn't hold on, brought down by Balcom. Harrison was nearly away. Play allowed to continue. Breaking weight might have been Bell.
And... oh, no.
No, Lilcock. Second time I mixed them up tonight. I apologise to all of them.
That looks like Balcom is cramping.
Which on a cold night, I think it's now sub-20, and yes, Victorians, we call that cold. Yeah, when the temperature...
Get that cold in Newcastle.
Look, it does. I haven't lived there for a long time, but it can do. McLaughlin flung to ground. Taken by Laura Roy. Slalom ran through and then brought down by Alafeta Hagic.
What a tackle! And we've got a bit of a scuffle going on here. Might just get the cameraman just to stay on that, just in case something happens.
Danny knows what he's doing. Thank you to Double Take.
And thank you to Danny for being out here with us tonight.
game of the day, did the QAFL game as well, working hard for you and for the QAFLW. Alafeta Hagic from 55, looking for Watson. Taken by by Garton.
Oh!
Garton superbly in defence. Garton, who began her QAFLW career with Coorparoo, was a Morningside junior, I believe, went to UQ after that, now back as a Panther, and back taking marks like that.
It was really interesting from Tate McGill, just there, the midfield coach for Morningside. I just took a moment just to... She got a midfielder over and just said, you've got to grind, guys. We've got to get in there. We've got to grind hard and get... and lock the game down.
It's only...
almost like parking the bus. Beep, beep. You can't have fun. Why do you do it?
Coorparoo attacking the 50 again. Morningside diffuse again. Beautiful from Bellinger.
I reckon that's why we just got another 2 viewers. Now we're on 72 viewers.
Oh, to skyrocket during the week as all of the people on the field right now and their families go back and watch this.
Yep.
As I say,
it's on replay in my house. Sadly.
Graham, kick to a none on 3. One of the few mistakes Morningside's made. That was an interesting tackle. Didn't really match the body height of her opponent.
No one in the 50. I want somebody in the 50 for Morningside. Sorry, Daniel, but that's really important, especially in this style of game. It's not... They've just missed out on a massive opportunity there, Morningside. Huge.
So 2 defensive. It's worked for them in this quarter, and it's wet conditions, so maybe the gamble was what we have, we hold. We'll give up the chance to score, but...
While Tate just said to her midfielders, I want you to grind, she did say, I want you to grind and get the ball down there. That's not grind and stop.
Doesn't just mean put a fierce face on and tackle hard.
Yes.
Be creative as well. Coorparoo with a free kick on the Riding Road boundary. Again to the contest through the hands of Williams, which she received. She's complaining about the free kick, Williams, but it wasn't her. It was someone behind her who gave away the free kick. So Coorparoo, you suspect it's too late. They have to score twice, and there won't be much added time in this quarter. Garton again. There was a time when...
I wouldn't write off Coorparoo here. I would not write them off. They've got some outstanding forwards.
In this game? Or?
In this game. I reckon we got another 2 minutes or so.
I'm not sure we do. I mean, there was a little bit of time for that injury.
And then also this one over here with the bench.
Good point.
Yeah.
So, Chelsea win. Found Schneider. Schneider in her 50th game. Doesn't have enough energy on it. Chesterfield couldn't get away. Back to Roberts White. Kicked inside.
Oh, no.
Through the hands of Nissen. Laura Roy hacks it out.
We've got one down on the far side.
We'll keep an eye on
she's
that.
Back up. Oh, good. I'm not sure who it is. I'm
good
sorry.
to see. We want a clean bill of health at the end of this game if possible. Baldwick got it out to Harrison, who took a little bit longer. Kick was charged down. Watson. Beautiful handball inside, but Balcom will clean it up. She won't clean it up. Went through her hands. But Morningside have got a lot of players behind the ball in this fourth quarter. The fort has been defended. Out of bounds. It's been gritty. They did the same thing last week against Aspley, just 1 goal in that match. There's a time to be pretty, and there's a time to get the result. And 2 weeks in a row, Morningside has got the result. 2-2-14. They've kept their perfect record intact over Coorparoo, 1-1-7. Goals to McDonnell and Roy for Morningside. Goal to Chesterfield for Coorparoo. It's a win by 7 points. Low scoring, but very intense, Amanda Whitehead.
That was an amazing game, Daniel, and congratulations to Morningside and commiserations to Coorparoo, but Coorparoo shouldn't be disappointed in that. I'm sorry, but they shouldn't be. And I know you. You say to me, you know, you've got to give the accolades to the winning team, and 100%. Like Morningside grinded today. That wasn't just pick up the footy and play clean footy. That was get the hard ball, and we're there to win it first. And congratulations to Damien Richards and his team for that, because that was an amazing display of football in such hard conditions. But that's not the Coorparoo we're used to. And I wanted to see the exciting Coorparoo that's been up and bouncing, but they should not be disappointed, because they have had a cracking season, and we will see them back in the finals going harder than ever.
Tough to pick a best on ground today. I mean, very impressed, obviously, with Maddie Hennessy in defence for Morningside. She was definitely one. Laura Roy is just always around the ball. Ari Walker, you mentioned, was absolutely superb on debut today. And, of course, Coco Garton both in the ruck and then turning up in defence in the fourth quarter. For Coorparoo, Jacinta Baldwick turned up around the place. Georgia Wyatt was always there. Kiara Dunlop made a lot of good interventions in the game. And, of course, Lucy Schneider is just the break glass in case of emergency for the entire side. They're bringing out about 50th games as for one of the reserve players, so we'll talk about that. How are you going naming your best on ground? I kind of wussed out of the whole thing there, but it's a tough one.
My best on ground for Coorparoo would have to definitely go to... it is a hard one. Robert Dwight is always a great player.
Yep.
Grace Osborne obviously got in there. Jacinta Baldwin had a cracking game, but and before she got injured, I would have to say Georgia Wyatt.
I agree.
I think she was a great on field today, and I do wish all the best for her. For me, for Morningside, it would definitely have to be probably Maddie Hennessy, Sophie Balcom, or Renee Taylor. I think that back line three was just so strong, and they kept that game together. So well done, girls.
Whitey, thanks for your work today.
Thank you, Daniel.
Morningside 7-point winners over Coorparoo. A dour game, but with one moment of absolute magic from Laura Roy, which ended up being the winning goal in the third quarter. Next week is a week off in the Bond University QAFLW, but in 2 weeks' time we are back here for Morningside versus Southport, the grand final replay from last year. Please join us for that. Please also watch all the other games on the official AFLW channel. But on behalf of Amanda Whitehead, double take Danny on camera, my name's Daniel Viles. Thanks for your company tonight. But for Jack Esplin Oval, it's goodbye.